Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Five Nations Championships here in Kettering, hosted by Volleyball England. My name is Dennis Shop, and I will be your lead commentator for these matches in Court 2 this afternoon and evening. Up first, we've got the men's match between Scotland and Northern Ireland. As both teams head off court, I just wanted to highlight some of the key players today playing at 4:50 p.m. near 5 minutes time. Some players to watch out for. Number 9 on Scotland, Ewan Fraser, currently playing for Essex Rebels as opposite. Previously played as setter, so definitely an all-rounder to watch out for. Filling in at setter for Scotland, however, it will be Cole Turnbull, fellow Super League compatriot as well, playing for University of Nottingham. On the other side, we've got Northern Ireland. One of the players to watch, just remorse by how he's bouncing the ball right now, is number 18, the captain, Stewart. He plays for Belfast Wolves, currently first in the second division, but undefeated, 8-0, and is the most capped player on court. Definitely one to look out for. On the other hand, we've got Neil, the setter, and 195 lengthy, aggressive setter, previously playing in Mallory Eagles from 2021 to 23. And now we've got the player entries onto court.
Please welcome on court to Scotland and Northern Ireland.
Scotland and Northern Ireland just being presented onto court right now. One of the very first times England are going to host an international tournament for a very long time. And up first, we've got the national anthem for both teams.
And now the national anthem of Scotland.
All right, just as our players are heading off the court, please show your support in the chat. Who will win the first match of the home nations, Scotland or Northern Ireland? Feel free to drop any shout outs to your players, any fans on either team, or any neutrals watching at home. What are your predictions for this match? Please let us know in the chat. All right, players heading back to be presented with their starting lineups. Referees for this game are Perugini William from Volleyball England and Dos Santos Giordano. Just waiting to confirm which side gets the serve first and be presented onto court first.
Introducing your officials for tonight. Our first referee, Mr. William Perugini from England. And our second referee, Mr. Giordano Santos from Ireland.
Excuse me, Mr. Giordano Dos Santos, referee from Ireland, will be the second referee for this game.
Unfortunately, we have lost the lineups, so we're going to ask the Northern Ireland team to come out in their order and we will announce their names.
Bit of technical difficulties going on court right now. Up first, captain number 18, Stewart. Captain for this team and the most capped player. Starting at outside, number 5, Jonathan Workman, another outside, joining on the left. Number 11, Daniel Livingston, a fellow player coaching Northumbria University. Number 17, the opposite, Aaron Fleming, huge opposite on the right side. Number 14, the setter, formerly playing for Mallory Eagles, Sam Neal.
And your head coach for Northern Ireland is number 3. And our lineup for Scotland, we believe it's number 1.
Moving on to Scotland, lost both team sheets, but up first is captain number 9, Ewan Fraser. Then number 1, Ewan Ramsey, an outside hitter, born in 2005. Number 5, David Mexon, the middle blocker. Number 6, Giannis Shervas, one of 2 twins. Number 5, excuse me. Sorry, technical difficulties. Number 13, Cameron Hook, outside hitter, formerly played for Durham. And finally, number 11, the libero, Liam Darling. Head coach, finally, is Alistair Jack. Apologies for that first game of the day. Both teams' lineups lost by the MC somehow, but pleased to see that all players are still cheerful about it. Hopefully, this will be fixed for the next match. Just as a heads up, all 4 teams in this competition will be playing each other throughout this weekend, with gold medal matches and bronze medal match playing on the final day, Sunday, in the morning leading into the noon. So up first we've got Neil Riley, Sam Neal up to serve first. 2002 born setter, starting with 3 options in the front. He's a big force to be reckoned with at the net, standing at 195 centimeters tall. And here we go. float serve to start us off. That is unfortunate. Right off the get-go, we get a footfall. No line judges, so great eyes by the first referee, William Perugini. Scotland have opted to start one rotation forwards. Ewan Fraser already in position 2. Well dug up by Cameron Hook. Back set by Fraser. Down the line. It's an easy kill for Scotland to start with. Jonathan Workman. Excuse me. Scotland's David Mexon from the right side this time. Big ace by Cameron Hook to start us off. First ace of the tournament. Excuse me, Mexon seems to have switched to the right side for this game. Usually a middle blocker listed in the team sheet as that. Has a huge reach advantage. Another great pickup from Area 6. Off to the outside. Well contained by Northern Ireland though. Here we go, Captain Stewart from the right side. Hammers it past the two-man block. That is a statement to be made by their captain. And now he's back off to serve. Great ball in this time. Straight to the outside, squeezes it past the block. Excuse me, looks like there was on the net. Apologies, couldn't see that from this angle. Sure, back up to serve. I'm sure Ewan Fraser will be able to use that out of sight again. That was a great ball in by number 1 Scotland's Ewan Ramsey. That time outside. Number 14 now up to serve for Scotland. Cathro, middle blocker, no libero on court. Can Northern Ireland take advantage of that? Bit of a poor pass to start us. Scrambling play at the net. Somehow, great awareness shown by Chauvas, one of the twins playing on this Scottish team. Ionis Chauvas. Good to see family supporting in the chat as well. Well recycled there by Northern Ireland. Back set, long distance. Again, well contained by Scotland. Overpass. Things are getting messy at the net. Another tip, but well washed by Ewan Fraser there, tracking the ball to the line. That time both teams just looked like they needed some time with the ball in the air. Scotland's number 14 now back up to serve again. Cathro, again the middle blocker. Float serve right at the libero. Great ball in that time. Results in an easy kill as it should be. With that nice of a pass from your libero, Workman goes to work down the line. Bit of a scuffed pass. Can recycle it off. Tries to go for the tool. Bit of a difficult one for Ewan Fraser. He acknowledges it, but as a setter, you would have liked that pass to get a bit close to the 3-meter line for that out-of-system play. Score is 6-4 for Scotland. Just as I say that, 7-4. Dan Livingstone with the error there, but he's a coach himself for Northumbria University, a middle blocker. He's quite experienced and knows he should do a bit better than that. I'm sure he'll be regrouping on the side as he rotates out with the libero. Number 1, Bailey. Currently playing for the London Giants, actually. Despite his young age, he's already got 8 caps under his name, born in 2001. This Northern Irish team is a mix of youth and some experience as well, generally seeing ages between the 2000s and a couple of experienced players in the 90s. That time an error there by Scotland. Again, misconnection. Some things you expect to see with this level of national setup. Really, these players are all playing in for their individual clubs across various places, and having to come together for this tournament to set up immediately is always going to be a difficult task. Now we've got Aaron Fleming with the serve. Lefty spin serve is always going to be dangerous when it lands in, so Scotland breathe a sigh of relief. Off for the topspin. Both teams opting for topspins early on in this game, trying to get a rhythm from the service line. Ewan Ramsey, the outside hitter this time with the error. But interesting to note that Ewan Fraser is now front court, signaling to number 6, the middle, Ionis. Let's see if they're going to run some sort of play here. A quick down the middle, perfectly ran down the gap, making sure that he's aligned perfectly with Ewan, just in front of him where the blocker has 0 time to react. Great play by Scotland there, very clinical. Puts them still with that 2-point lead. Another service error, so a footfall. That one was pretty clear on my end, but well caught by the referee. Both teams starting to stack up a little bit of service errors, but honestly, it's also, you can argue it's also due to the 2-court setup we're running here. The other side is getting introduced onto court right now, so it must be a bit distracting, I'd imagine, for the Scottish team. Tight pass results in a kill for Northern Ireland this time. Ewan Fraser tried to tool it off the hands, and Scotland take a very quick timeout. 9-9 the score stands. Northern Ireland slowly inching themselves back in this game. At the start we saw they seemed to be a bit less composed at the net, with a few scrambling plays, one-handed touches. Not the cleanest volleyball you'll see by any means, but they've managed to regroup themselves a little bit, putting more discipline on the block at the net with much better passes. Let's see if Scotland makes some adjustments, whether it's serving target. They've been serving the libero, interestingly. The Northern Irish libero, Bailey. He seemed to deal with it alright so far, so maybe a change of service targets, maybe a change of the way they pass, because that's a couple tight passes for Scotland. They'll want to adjust quickly. Referees ushering the teams onto court. So we restart with a Northern Ireland serve. Number 16, Jackson to serve. Another out-of-system play for Scotland. Cameron Hook up against 3, and it's a big block by Northern Ireland. They build a green wall up in front of Cameron Hook. Difficult one for him to deal with. Try to swing high hands, but well contained by Northern Ireland. Matthew Jackson now up to serve again. Float serve, well dealt with by Hook this time. But Northern Ireland get another chance. That one swung into the net. Much cleaner passing this time by Scotland. Cameron Hook making up for his error just now. Now Ewan Fraser up to serve. Typically top spins in the Super League. Let's see what he opts for here. Spin serve. Again, places at the libero. Interesting strategy by Scotland. And I think that one slips to tape and goes out. Stewart trying to go for that sharp angle, but again, well dealt with by the libero on Northern Ireland's side, Bailey. Neil, the Northern Irish setter, is also front court, but that time he won't need to dump it over. Ball goes flying. Now Sam Neal's rotated back to back court, up to serve. He's got 3 options front court, same for Scotland as well. Again, they won't need it. Both teams really piling up the service errors. Only a 1-point gap, and I'm sure those errors will start to bite. It seems like it'll be a game of who starts to serve more consistently, make more consistent plays at the net. And again, 3 in a row. Very difficult one to watch, but you just hope one of the teams can snap into their concentration, and who else to do it but Northern Irish captain Stewart up to serve, opts for a float serve. Still goes out. You know, as a player myself, you just start to think maybe it's a mental thing right now. Both teams not being able to serve in. Here we go, first serve in after 4 in a row. Off for the right side. Well dug up by Fraser. Mexon, good swing and well picked up by Northern Ireland. That one, ball went into the net. Thought it looked like a net touch from our angle, but well caught by the referee. That time Northern Ireland just managed to pass the ball a bit too tight into the net. First referee Perugini just signaling to the players to avoid that screening rule. Hands behind the head. Back to serve again. Great serve, but what a pass again by Bailey. Off to the right side, well contained by Hook. What a swing past 3 blocks. Brilliant swing from the outside. Ramsey, the outside hitter, gets his kill of the game. But what a great defensive play that time by Scotland. No libero on court, no problem, says Scotland. They get a couple digs up, high ball to the outside, and well dealt with by Ramsey, finding the seam in that triple block. Still a very tight game, but it's clear to see that Scotland, after they managed to get those serves in, they've been managing to win some points here. 12-15 the score stands, only a 3-point gap, but as I was saying before, maybe it's just a matter of who can lock in first. With two games going on at the same time, you just might start to get influenced by both sides. But you almost have to filter it out as if it was crowd noise and do your job on this court. Back up to serve. Great ball in by Bailey. Runs the quick, but what a block by Ioannis Sovas. Huge block and well read, well contained, and shut down for the point for Scotland. It looks like all the momentum is turning into their favor. And it all starts with a tough flat serve from Cathro, the middle blocker, floating it very flat across the net. Again, targeting the libero. This time, maybe a 2-point pass. Well recycled again by Northern Ireland. And again, covered up. But they just about can't get there, and Scotland are building some momentum on the block right now. Scrambling play, back set, Mexon. What a pickup by Northern Ireland. Straight swing. Great awareness by the outside on Northern Ireland. Workman noticing he's in a spot to swing and gets the kill in that chaotic rally, but filled with amazing defensive plays. Now Livingston back up to serve. Puts a nice float in. Hook deals with it well. Tries to go for that B quick. Misses out. Ewan Fraser. You know, maybe it's a bit of rust. He's been playing opposite mainly for Essex Rebels this season, and having to transition back to setter is no easy task. It's a totally different mindset as a setter, having to go much more accurately, but Livingston keeps it simple with a serve trickling over the net. That's a huge ace serve for Northern Ireland. They've been stringing a couple serves in again, earning a couple points in a row. Excuse me, that was a commentator's curse right there. Nevertheless, Livingston gets the job done. One ace 1 serve over and 1 error. That is not too big of an issue. Still 3-point gap right now, so Scotland will hope to keep that lead with Mexon's spin serve. What a pickup by Bailey. Workman trying to go for a tool. Think that ball just landed in. That was a difficult one. Very hard to judge. With no line judges, second referees almost implicitly help out, I would say. Always right there, but Workman with a smart idea just didn't work out in the end. And Mexon up to serve again. Spin serve. Ooh, just curves out. Northern Ireland need to get a couple points in a row now. Score stands 16-19. Scotland get this 20th point. This will be a huge point for Scotland. Serve goes out again. Looks like both coaches will have one thing in common to tell their team next set. Get your serves in. Let's play some volleyball. Not sure if it's a bit of nerves, bit of familiarization with the court. It is a big Terraflex with a lot of serving space, so some points to adjust. And that time, yeah, well caught by the referee on the ground. Net touch called on Chauvas. I think he knew it himself as well. Ewan again signaling the same signal that we saw last time when they managed to get that kill down the middle. Let's see if they can get a good pass to match it. Back set out of the back court, rolls it over the block. Very calmly played by Mexon. Ewan thinks he needs to push Mexon a little further, but well played by Mexon. Every time when you hit back row out of the right side, teams tend to step a lot back because off a back row attack, you tend to attack deeper, and that time Mexon remains calm, knows the ball isn't perfect, and rolls it over the block into that gap. Now first substitution, looks like a service and defensive substitution. On comes number 8 for Scotland. Cole Turnbull, the setter, playing some defense. Almost gets a good touch on it. Very difficult one. And Stewart powers through those blocks any day. Now substitution on Northern Ireland side. Looks like the same kind of play. Number 7 coming on for their middle blocker as well. What a pickup there by Northern Ireland. And again by Scotland. Back and forth. Hook. Can he find it? No, he cannot. But he goes again. Tight pass. Tight set. Sam Neill tries to go for the overpass kill, but just misses out. And back off court. The substitute goes. Very, very difficult one because they got the defense they were looking for but just couldn't finish the job. Ewan Fraser now up to serve again. Great ball, excuse me, bit tight. Well dealt with though at the net. Now we got a chance for Ireland. Excuse me, Northern Ireland. What a pickup by Scotland! And again, a free ball for Northern Ireland. Very tight. What a rally we have here. Hook, can he finish it? Tips it, well picked up by Northern Ireland. Stewart, high ball. Swings for hands, but misses just wide of those fingertips. That was an incredible rally filled with defense from both sides. Looks like Livingston may have landed a bit awkwardly off the block there. Referee just checking up on him. And timeout called by Northern Ireland. Probably trying to give the captain, trying to give the former Northumbria University captain Livingston some rest on the side. But we're starting to see some plays being strung together by both teams now. Great defense both times. Just lacking that final bit of finesse when they're setting. Both times their sets out of system have gone a bit too tight for their players to deal with. That one, Stewart probably has the reach advantage, so maybe as part of their strategy, setting Stewart tight and high in the net and trying to get those hands. That time just not working out, but if Northern Ireland got that point, that would be a huge momentum swinger. Just as we come to the end of the set, score stands 18-23, Scotland in the lead by 5. Closing out this set, and Ewan Fraser first to serve. Goes deep corner and just a tiny bit out. That error looked a bit more like an aggressive error rather than a lack of focus. I'm sure Scotland won't mind this. They're up by 4 now. So they got some room to work with, but they don't want to be too complacent and hold their standards up for the next set. Just out again. Another substitute coming onto court for Scotland. Number 2, Jack Arnold, the outside hitter, maybe getting himself warm for the next set. Not sure what adjustments both teams will be making. Another service error. Still set point, 4-point lead. Northern Ireland this time calling for a substitute. An outside hitter, subbing for an outside hitter. That'll be number 5, Workman, coming off for, just as I'm trying to get this number 15, Vanderfelts. The outside hitter plays in Belfast Wolves. A lot of players actually play for Belfast Wolves on this on this Northern Irish team. Maybe helps their chemistry. And that time, an overpass forces an error for Northern Ireland. Called a reach over. That one is always difficult to call, especially when the ball's kind of flung at you so fast. You know, the referee's got the best angle to see whether the player reached over or not. Players not allowed to contact before the ball enters their side of the net, so that time in Perugini's eyes, it looked like the Northern Irish player contacted the ball on the Scottish side, interfering with the Scottish side's chance to play with that ball, and therefore results in a 1 set by Scotland. Score stands 25-20 in that first set. Just as we head back onto court, it looks like both teams are keen to get started maybe a bit earlier than scheduled. But those watching at home, please show your support to your nation, Northern Ireland or Scotland. That was an up and down first set, both teams making waves of errors, taking turns almost, but once teams got a bit more focused, there seems to be a bit of momentum building on Scotland's side at times, when they're able to deal with side-out situations a bit more clinically. Northern Ireland, they're getting some great defensive plays right now. Out of system, they just need that final finishing touch just to get that point and that momentum with it. But so far, it seems like Scotland are a bit more capable of dealing with side-out situations when the serve goes in. But Northern Ireland have definitely shown themselves to be well capable of dealing with a transition opportunity where they're able to place themselves in the right areas, get that ball up, and get that kill. Maybe this time some adjustments will be made from the setting. Off the net, give their hitters a chance. And here we go. Looks like no adjustments so far that I can see from both sides. Stewart starting off front court along with Sam Neal, the setter. Probably a strong rotation to start for the Northern Irish side. Fraser off for the jump spin. Great ball by Bailey. Dump. Well picked up by Ewan though. Trying to go for that recycle, almost covered up by Scotland, but a well-formed block to start us off for Northern Ireland. That was the first dump actually we've seen from Sam Neal. Now he's up to serve. With that length, maybe he should be a bit more aggressive. Maybe that's an adjustment the coach told him. But what a serve! Speaking of aggression, Sam Neal with the ace. Tough float serve, and we're already starting to see a much higher standard of serve compared to the last set, excuse me. Here we go, a second serve for Sam Neal. Great ball in by Scotland. Be quick, well picked up, overpass. Now Northern Ireland get a chance. Be quick. Again, missed out. Both teams setters trying to find their middle connection early. Great ball in again. Tries to go to the outside, the lefty this time. Usually hitting through 4 for a lefty opposite might be a bit out of their comfort zone, so to speak. Aaron Fleming, definitely a very capable one though, standing at 201 centimeters tall, currently playing abroad in Sweden. And that time an ace serve, right as we're speaking. Cameron Hook gets it done. Northern Ireland haven't faltered from the serve reception just yet. That was the first crack that they've shown. Let's see if they can bounce back. Targeting Stewart this time. Off the hands, well contained though. Overpass, Stewart mishandles that ball, unfortunately. He looks a bit frustrated with himself there. But it seems like Scotland's plan is no longer to serve their libero, number 1, Bailey. He's been dealing with the serves just fine last set. It seems like they're targeting the outsides a bit more, and so far it almost worked. Somehow got over. Northern Ireland with a transition. Roll! Well played by Stewart the outside. Peter Stewart finds the outside hand from the right side. Somehow Northern Ireland get that point out of a very difficult first pass. What a serve! And it's an ace serve by Peter Stewart, shaking off that bad start off the passing unit. Very capable of bouncing back indeed. Peter Stewart with another spin serve. Well picked up by Hook though. And Nixon 101 hits cross court and gets the kill. Scotland, what a pass off that tough ripping serve. That time Scotland, Ewan Fraser managed to get that one-on-one block. Gets that easy kill. And now we've got number 14, their middle blocker, Cathro, with the serve. Pipe attack, first one we've seen so far. Stewart unable to get that one. Maybe a bit, asking a bit much after passing. Now Cathro back up to serve. He was the one with the most serves last game. Let's see if he can carry on that string of momentum he got. Very tough inside set. It forces Scotland out of system. Triple block. Somehow covered up by Scotland. And again, great defense by Scotland. And that time, Ramsey hammers it away cross court. Seems like they got a very distinct style, Scotland. When the ball's not there, hit it into block softly and get your teammates to cover up until you get that nice high ball where you can have all three options. High off the hands, line or cross. And that time Ramsey hammers it cross court. Tight set. Almost covered up by Jack Bailey. Very tough one. Set seemed to be a bit too tight for their opposite. Trying to go for that tool. Aaron Fleming, the lefty, had to deal with that himself with the right. And that timeout called for by Northern Ireland, understandably so. They're trailing now by 4 points, 8-4. And back on court they go. Cathro now to serve number 14. Again, this must be his 4th serve in a row. And a simple ball in, but well dealt with by Jack Bailey. Off the dome. Vexen wasn't sure where it went. Off to the right side. Aaron Fleming gets that kill, and he's got a smug smile on his face. That was a huge kill for his confidence. What a set. Fast tempo to the right side and gets that kill down the line, even with 2 blockers up. Off the back row, Cameron Hook pops out of nowhere and gets the kill right in between the arms, I think. No substitution called. On comes number 12 for Scotland for David Mexon, the middle blocker. Excuse me, the right side hitter actually. So on comes number 12, Harry Orr, listed as a setter, so it will be interesting to see what the strategy is here. Maybe Fraser will be hitting as an opposite in the front court, giving Scotland 3 options to play with. Difficult one. Coming on the court cold. Yeah. Looks like coach is just telling Mexon on the side that this is a substitution. Yep. Scotland have lined up where Ewan Fraser now is in area 4 hitting as an opposite. That way Scotland have 3 options. Let's see. Right away utilizes the right side. What a dig by Northern Ireland. Cut shot as if it was Beach, but that one maybe a bit too cheeky from Northern Ireland. Number 15, the 2006 born Van der Velts. Ramsey with this big spin serve forces an out of system play. Fleming from the back row. Difficult one for Scotland. Block was perfectly lined up, but didn't penetrate enough to get that block out of the back row. There's a tough serve put in by Ramsey, forces them out of system. Northern Ireland get a chance to deal with it. Number 15 now. Back up to serve, but what a kill by Cameron Hook. Fast from the left side. Sam Neill still front court, hasn't been able to dump just yet. We'll need a good quality pass, and that is one right there. Goes fast tempo to the outside, off the hands, off the head of Ewan Fraser actually. That just shows at this level, if you get a good pass in, it's very difficult to deal with it. Sam Neill sets up so fast to the outside, often gives a one-on-one when given the chance to. And all starts with perfect serve reception. Tip ball, transition, bit too tight, somehow tooled off. Even Fraser pleading with the referee that it hit the antenna, but he knows himself that did not clip it. That was just a cheeky, smart play from the experienced veteran, Peter Stewart. Trying to play it off the hands. Not sure if he exactly meant that, but maybe the only option he was left with. Great ball in again. Fast to the outside. Well dug up by Fraser. Here we go again. Net touch call. Livingston acknowledges it. That's a difficult one for Northern Ireland. They're playing some great defense right now. And some great service reception. Even though Scotland are putting up the pressure with those spin serves, Northern Ireland haven't cracked often, not allowing many aces to go through. And that's what happens when you defend a couple serves in a row. Teams want to push their aggression to the limit, and that one maybe just going over the limit, out of bounds. Score stands 13-10 now with 3-point lead. Scotland are trying to figure out a way where they can get some more momentum and push through, but a free ball for Northern Ireland. Right side one-on-one, what a pickup by Fraser. And again by the libero, but a net touch called against Scotland this time, I think. Yeah. Leading to a camera hook serve now, 14-10. That time into the net again. Hopefully we don't get any flashbacks for that previous set. Spin serve, roll shot. What a pickup there though by the libero. And sharp angle, Renzi with the swing again, but that all started with a perfect pass by number 11, Liam Darling, the libero. Currently playing out of City of Edinburgh, sitting at in third place with 19 caps. Now he's 20th. He's the Scottish Volleyball League Player of the Year in the 2022-23 season, and definitely showed that with that pass. Oh, what a pickup again. Northern Ireland playing some incredible defense, but Scotland get the roof. Difficult one to deal with inside sets, tight, but Scotland make no mistake and are well disciplined, penetrating over the net and getting that kill block. Timeout called again by Northern Ireland. Game's just getting a little bit out of hand for their liking. It's not that Northern Ireland are exactly doing anything particularly weaker than Scotland, I'd say. Just off the eye test at least. We'll be looking to bring some statistics into the break after this set. Just to see exactly how Scotland are able to hold on to this lead so consistently. 5 points now. Maybe one of the reasons Cathro now up to serve. He's been stringing together every time he's come to the service line. Just by a simple serve. Dug up, but hit the ceiling. That's unfortunate. We're playing a pretty high ceiling, so bit of a mistake by the defense, but well dealt with by Northern Ireland again. somehow dug up by the feet. Not sure how that got over. And that time finished off with a tough triple block. That was some serious scramble at the net. Ionis somehow getting it up mid-air with his foot. And now number 12, Harry Orr back up to serve, spin serve again. Great serve. Stewart puts it high in the middle. Just out. Block was perfectly lined up. Northern Ireland were almost waiting for the ball to drop before they called out. This point for them nevertheless. Well dealt with by Stewart off the service line. Now Fleming with the lefty, spin serve. Forces a very out of system play. Ewan has to set. Difficult one. Cameron Hook frustrated with himself. Looked like Fleming took something off that serve, but with a lefty, that ball curves so awkwardly. And second chance for them. Fleming to serve. Goes for more power. Hook deals with that even better. Goes line, well picked up by Fleming. High ball too tight. Bit of confusion at the net. Fleming off the back row, gets the kill, and looks like Northern Ireland are getting a bit hyped. Down in the corner on my side is the bench. They're hyping their players up. Fleming with the third serve in a row. He's been putting consistent pressure on Scotland, and that's exactly what you need when you're trailing. What a serve! All the way from 5-5. That is an ace tagging the sideline. And Scotland are forced to call a timeout. Fleming on. That lefty hook of a spin serve catches most teams off guard that time. Working to perfection. Maybe exactly what Northern Ireland were missing since that last set. A consistent spin serve by Fleming to force Scotland into difficult situations to get themselves out of. Let's see how Scotland are able to adjust their passing. Fleming with a hybrid serve this time, changing it up. But out of nowhere, Ionis comes in down the middle. Service gets the kill. Every time he goes down the middle, he looks like he's floating in the air for a little while before he slams it down. So that was great pressure by Fleming. Now he's in the back row though, so that means Sam Neill has to use his two front court options. But that starts with a great pass by Stewart. Backcourt, Fleming. Fleming gets the kill. I was just waiting to see if Scotland could get that ball back over, but Fleming seems to be on fire. And Neil knows it. He's trying to use him as much as possible while he's hot. Substitute called for by Scotland. Number 10 comes in for number 1, Ramsey. Number 10, John. Like-for-like substitution, maybe giving Scotland more passing stability. One-on-one, gets a great touch. What a pickup by. And again, now Stewart, third time's the charm. And he gets the kill off the hands. But that was great coverage by the Northern Irish libero, Bailey. Float serve goes out. That's not what you're looking for in this tight situation. 19-18 the score stands, so they're right within hitting range. Unfortunately with that error, Northern Ireland's call for the substitution. Back on court goes Workman. Previously started the last set. Maybe a bit more experience in the back line passing unit. Silvas with the serve, but well picked up by Stewart. That set maybe going a bit too wide for Stewart, but what a pass to start us off. Dropping off to one knee to take away that power from that spin serve. Silvas seems to be targeting the front court outside right now, giving his team an easier target to block. Another great serve. Stewart, bit off tempo. Now Scotland get a chance. Tries to go line and goes just out. Looked like Cameron Hook sliced it a little bit. Another substitution called by Northern Ireland. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I have the name right now. Number 7, last time he came onto court, he came up with a brilliant dig in the back row. Standing in position 5 as a service and defensive specialist. Let's see if he can get his team some momentum here. Well dug up. Now Stewart gets another chance. Roll shot, finds the perfect gap and gives a little stare down into the hole he found. Triple block. He is so composed to find that. Knows exactly how far away he is from the net and trickles the ball over. Oh, what a serve this time. Another free ball for Northern Ireland. This could be a big momentum shifter. And who else but to get that point than their captain, Peter Stewart, gets another kill. Sam Neill making seemingly the right decisions right now. Always setting the hot hand, knowing exactly who can get his team out of this situation. And there they have it, their first lead of the game, 21-20, the score stands. And Scotland called their timeout. Seems like Northern Ireland are starting to really get their rhythm in their passing, both on defense and in the serve reception, is what has led them to this success. Scotland are definitely a tough serving team, but it seems like Northern Ireland are able to find the answers in transition situations, especially leaning on their veteran hitters like Stewart, and who's currently on fire out of the back row, Fleming, a huge right side hitter. Now Ewan Fraser calls for it, goes line off the head, I think, actually. Stewart laughing her off, doesn't know where the ball exactly went, but score stands 21-21. Being able to have fun in this kind of situation is going to be crucial for any team to be successful. Big high ball swing again. Stewart off the hand. Difficult one for Scotland to deal with. And it's a free ball for Northern Ireland. Go ball. Well dug up somehow by Scotland. And that swing sounded like a gunshot. We have a mega rally right now. What a dig by Ewan. Somehow mishandled. Deep corner. And that's in. Stewart giving them a little extra under the net. That swing looked a little too easy almost, going deep corner, but that's almost exactly what you need in such a messy rally. Just a calm mind to put the ball in a very difficult spot for anybody to pick up. Seems like Northern Ireland have found their rhythm, found their groove. Now with a tough serve again. Overpass. Ewan Fraser one-handed. What a set. Cameron Hook thanking Ewan Fraser for that save there. One-handed to the right side. Cameron Hook now up to serve. Ewan Fraser still has 3 options front court. With that length, that amount of finesse, it's going to be difficult. That time, what a pickup again by Northern Ireland. Stewart goes deep. Passes shanked, but also a huge net touch by Scotland. Scotland seemed to be a little bit frustrated. That all started with a fantastic pickup by Sam Neill, the setter, sitting right in area 1, getting that dig. Tough serve. Sounded like it hit his fingertips rather than his palm. Stewart really needed to lead his team right now as a passer. The youngster, actually, Bailey, giving him encouragement. Big leader in the back line, the libero. Fleming is front court, so let's see if Sam Neill leans on his hot hitter right now. That time set seemed a bit low. Northern Ireland, the outside, number 15. The youngster Vanderveldt tries to go off the hand. It was very obvious his intention. Very good intention, but just narrowly misses out. That gives Scotland 24-23, their second set point of this game. Great ball in to the right side. Tips into deep corner. What a pickup. Another transition chance. Fleming blocked, but well contained. Somehow tries to go back. That is a difficult way to end the set. Fleming down on the floor after that hit. Neill not realizing that and still trying to set his hot hitter. Understandably so, but Fleming wasn't able to get back up and hit in time, and that resulted in a frantic error and a frantic way to end that set. Score stands 2-0 right now. (2-0) for Scotland. Much better showing by Northern Ireland, showing that they're well capable of picking up those hard hits and serves that Scotland possess. Just some crucial moments, it seems that the game slips from their hands, maybe leaning a bit too much on Stewart, or Fleming actually. Almost symbolic in that final point where they kept trying to set Fleming even though he was on the ground. But 2-0, last set only ended with a 2-point deficit. Let's see if I can pull some stats for you guys at home. As we head into the break. All right, as we head back onto court, just wanted to come back with the stats for you guys right now. Scotland's leading scorer actually is Cathro, the middle blocker who's been serving quite consistently. Excuse me. Is actually Cameron Hook, definitely one of the biggest threats on the outside, with 5 aces and 4 attacking points. Great efficiency from the service line. And on the other side, leading scorer so far for Northern Ireland has been Fleming and Workman, actually, who's got quite a few kills, especially Stewart as well in the pack. Just need their teams some more to either get back into this game for Northern Ireland or finish this game entirely for Scotland in this set. Scotland opting for the same lineup they started with. Mexon back onto court. Ewan Fraser back to set. Now back set. Maybe a bit inside for Mexon. Difficult one for him to deal with. Northern Ireland starting off with some high energy. They know it's the last set. They want to make sure this is not the last set they'll be playing in. Their backs against the wall. They'll need every bit of energy they can get. And down the middle, Scotland with a kill. Cathro this time, the middle blocker. Haven't seen him use as much front court. Ewan Fraser asking him to stay a bit closer to him when setting that A-quick. Now Cathro back up to serve, one of the most consistent servers so far in this game. Just in this short break. Bit of moisture on the court right now. First time the volunteers have been called upon. Back to serve we go with Cathro, the float serve. Targeting Stewart. Well dealt with. And a huge block by Mexon, giving a little bit of afters. Really trying to get in some rhythm though. Fast tempo to the right side. Fleming with a kill. You love to see that, especially when the setter's pushed a little bit closer to area 1. He can just almost touch the ball real quick just for Fleming to come out of the right side and get that kill. And another chance from Northern Ireland. That ball doesn't slip any hands. Mexon now up to serve. Has a great spin serve on him, but let's see if Northern Ireland can carry on that serve reception momentum they had last set. And they definitely do. What a pass. Fast to the right side. Well contained by Scotland. Trying to go deep. Very difficult ball for Van de Velt to deal with. Almost jumping from the spot. And those are the kind of points you need right now. You gotta lead from the start. You want to get it back. And with those nice passes, you want to be side out a bit more clinically, but that does not help their plans whatsoever. Mexon with a huge serve. Great ball in again by Northern Ireland. But what a block this time. Fleming down the line. What a pickup almost by Darling. Excuse me. That point was actually called a double. That fast set to the right side seemed to have slipped through Neil's fingers a little bit. but that was incredible positioning by the Scottish libero, number 11, Liam Darling. Scotland really trying to pile up the pressure now, stomping on that lead. Score is 5-7, I believe. 5-7, yep. Scoreboard just updating at the front. And now Fleming with that lefty serve. Let's see if he can get a rhythm from the service line. So crucial for the Northern Irish team. Tries to go for a roll shot. Definitely frustrating. And Scotland breathes a sigh of relief. Reset with a serve from Ramsey this time. The outside hitter returning onto court. The definite youngster of the team, 2005 born. A great pass by Bailey. Two-handed toss, well contained by Scotland though. Reverse set. What a block! Huge 101 block by by Northern Ireland. Off the head as well. I just can't help but laugh. You just gotta give credit where credit's due sometimes. And Ionis, what a swing, but well picked up by Van der Veld. He goes again, scuffed. And Northern Ireland have a big chance now. Tip, well picked up. Scrambling at the net, so difficult to judge those high balls when it's so close up in the net. Fraser a bit frustrated with that one, but still that was a fantastic pickup by Van der Veld. Now to serve again. Bit out of system, Scotland. Cameron Hook, right side, out of the left side. Finds the kill on the right side of the court. Too much power to handle. Quite a mix of youngsters on both sides of the court, but neither of them are failing to meet the standards of the competition right now. Here we go, high ball to Stewart, what a block! Huge block! And Scotland shrug it away. Mark Cathro showing some passion. Usually comes back to the service line all calm and collected, but he's definitely got a wild side with that point. Some technical difficulties, I think, on the scorer's side. Resolved now, though, so we restart with a serve. Top spin by Ionis Shovas. Goes just wide. I think the referee might be giving a warning. Yeah, giving a warning about the screening rules right now. Very strict in volleyball England, where you really have to put those hands behind your head and not interfere with the opponent's view at all. Great ball in by Scotland, down the middle, somehow picked up, no carry called. And again, well recycled, Scotland with another chance. Another block by Northern Ireland, and they get a free ball as a reward. Out of the back row, miscommunicated. Now Scotland get the chance. Hook tips it and throws it into the hands of Sam Neal. Ewan Fraser coming up to the referee, pleading that, you know, with an open palm, it's often called as a carry. Understandable, but in that kind of a bang play where you really have no time to even try and carry the ball, referee sees it as no problem. Often it's a subjective call, and the referee will stick to his judgment. With that, Scotland now have a 3-point lead, 8-11. Out of the backcourt, Fleming. Big swing off the backcourt, only 1-on-1. Looks like Scotland's block are favoring the outside right now. Understandably so, when Stewart is seemingly Northern Ireland's biggest threat. Now Sam Neal to serve. Great float serve, but well dealt with. Bit of miscommunication that results in 4 touches, but that was a great pass again by Liam Darling. He's been real consistent in the serve reception. The few times he's been targeted, which is very few, he's been dealing with it very consistently and on defense as well, standing in the exact right spots every time Northern Ireland come up with the swing. Off the pipe. Almost blocked by Livingston. He seemed to have that read perfectly, and out of the back row, it's very difficult to get a cover. Now Scotland, only a 2-point gap. Vanderveld deals with it, but it's a free ball for Scotland. 3 options, goes for the right side. Mexon, cross court, almost picked up. Vanderveld running into the side advertisement boards, safety first, but nevertheless great determination shown by the Northern Irish side. No hook, what a serve, but well passed by Vanderveld. Fast pace, 101 block! That is a huge block by Ramsey. Sam Neal goes fast tempo to Stewart. And Ramsey reads it all the way. Reaches over and gets the stuff on arguably Northern Ireland's biggest player. And that forces a timeout for Northern Ireland. They're 4 points behind in this final set. This is their final set if they're unable to get a win. And Scotland really piling up the pressure for Northern Ireland. Things are getting difficult for Northern Ireland. So show your support in the chat. Who are you supporting? The poll still stands 73-27. But keep cheering your players on in the stream. Keep supporting your friends and family. Now we've got seemingly a substitution for Scotland. Sure, it gives a little stare down now. Seems to be a bit frustrated. But Stewart now gets to release that frustration with a tough serve. Going just out of the baseline. It's a difficult one to bounce right now. Service pressure in this kind of situation is always tricky. You want to go hard and try and get as many aces and out of system plays, or do you play it safe, give an easier serve, but risk Scotland just hammering it right back at you? Speaking of which, the earlier substitution was for Ewan Fraser for Cole Turnbull, the new setter, currently playing for University of Nottingham. Swings out, no touches called. Scotland really putting up the pressure on the outside every time an out of system play occurs. Northern Ireland seem to only lean on their outside, giving Scotland a much easier job on the block. This time going to Fleming, well blocked somehow, almost covered up by Jack, the libero. It seems like Scotland have found the perfect rhythm in blocking. Back-to-back blocks for Scotland. And another timeout call by Northern Ireland. Score stands 17-11, and things are looking increasingly bleak for Northern Ireland. Scotland have found almost a type of rhythm in blocking and finding those crucial moments where you really have to make a play. They've got so many playmakers on that team. Every time they get a block, it just shifts so much more momentum than when Northern Ireland make a great play as well. And when things are like that, Northern Ireland just have to stick with it, be consistent as possible, whether it's technically or attitude-wise. They need to find a way out of this. Speaking of which, Catherine up to serve again. He's been serving so consistent. And there is a quick and easy point by Northern Ireland down the middle. Livingston finds the kill cross court, flying in front of his setter. Trickled the net, but what a pass. And the kill by Nixon over the block. What an astounding reach he's got there. Mexon currently playing abroad, actually, in Luxembourg. Sitting in 3rd place in the league. Now Mexon back up to serve with a tough spin serve into the net. Quickly apologizes, but they're up 5 points. It's a comfortable cushion to lean on. Mexon is actually the #2 best server in the Luxembourg League. Sitting in 2nd place with 13 aces, and he's definitely shown flashes of that. Maybe not his most consistent performance just yet, but when that serve has gotten revved up, he's definitely been one to watch. What a dig this time by Jack Bailey. Another free ball for Scotland. Miscommunicated. Everybody points at each other as if it's Spider-Man. They still got that cushion, but those are the type of mistakes you don't want to make because those things just lower the standard for the team. And they get a lucky break with missed serve. Seemed like Scotland had made a couple changes while I wasn't looking, excuse me. Twin brother, actually, Mihail Chovas, middle blocker, substitutes in for, I believe, his twin brother. So, excuse me for not noticing that, but they are twins after all. And Fleming this time backcourt. Scotland get the dig, and a free ball given to Northern Ireland. In system, pipe, nobody there! What a pickup by Cole Turnbull. And trying to go deep corner. Unable to get that wrap he's looking for, Cameron Hook. But nobody up. It's interesting that Stewart opted for a tip. Maybe the set wasn't exactly where he wanted it. That time Workman now substitutes back into court. And a substitution for the Scottish side as well. Number 10, another outside, Jonathan Black, substituted in previously as well. Gets his court time. What a dig by Stewart. Stewart wants it back. And what a dig by Liam. And Scotland seem to have it all figured out. Perfect defense, perfect swing. Darling and Hook getting the job done. Not even that big of a celebration. It seems like Northern Ireland might be a bit deflated now, and things are getting a bit more routine for Scotland. Michael Chovas this time to serve, and that time a big kill by number 16 on Northern Ireland. Matthew Jackson standing at a staggering, having a reach of 332 centimeters as spike height, and currently playing in Stockport VC here in the English Super League, actually. That swing going out. Ooh, excuse me. Slipped the fingers, actually, looked like. Looks like Stewart slipped the finger on that swing. Mexon knows it. Looks like so does Stewart, actually. He's gone back to serve reception, excuse me. Bit of a confusing play there. Bit of confusion there. Yeah, William Brother Virginia wasn't the one to make that call just now. It was the other court, excuse. Play restarts, let called by the referee. That was a good pass by Northern Ireland, so let's see if they can replicate that. Cut shot by Stewart. Still giving them that stare down, trying to keep that same energy. They're inching back. Down to a 4-point lead now. Northern Ireland really trying to sneak up on them. Stewart's still talking to Mixon about that previous swing, clipping just his fingertips, he's saying. Great ball in by Scotland. Misdirected though. And Stewart, another chance. High off the hands, down the line, and over Cameron Hook. Stewart still wants Northern Ireland to fight back in this difficult situation. They're down 2-0, nothing to lose, and everything to gain. Great ball in by Liam Darling. And to the right side, Cameron Hook. Northern Ireland seem to be losing their momentum a little bit now, losing their energy. But now it's up to their leading figures on the team to try and get them back. But that is a rare error from Jack Bailey, the libero. Jack Bailey signaling to himself to calm down. You can tell that is a very rare error, but what a tough time to make it as well. Only 2 points away from match. Another out of system play. Fleming has to tip it over. Bit of a mess at the net right now. Oh, what a block though! Out of everything that could have happened, a Fleming block was the last thing you'd imagine would happen. Somehow Fleming ends up in the middle and gets the block. After that triple block, looked like all of Northern Ireland was in the exact wrong positions, but Fleming found the right one in the end to get that block. Another misconnection. Essie plays on both sides, giving free balls, but now high ball to the outside. 2 blockers up, and it's a big block by Daniel Livingstone, well lined up for that cross. Back and forth the ball went, but Northern Ireland seeming to find 2 block points in a row. Maybe one wasn't that conventional, but that one definitely was clean. Now Northern Ireland get a chance to show their transition game. To the right side, 1-on-1, and it's a swing and a kill by Fleming. Net touch called by Giordano dos Santos, and now a timeout called by Scotland. Maybe the message here is to just not overcomplicate anything right now. They have the lead, 2 points up, 2 sets up. They want to finish this, but you've got to do it the same way you finished all of the other sets. Job doesn't change whatsoever. Back onto the court they go after that break. And Stewart is probably one of the last people you want to see on that service line for Scotland. Definitely one of the biggest threats from the service line. And back off the court goes Jonathan Black and Ramsey, number 1, the outside. Maybe the more offensive option for Scotland to use right now, especially since it's front court. Second referee signaling to the coach that they've hit 5 substitutions. That will be their last chance. What a serve! Goes just out. That ball curved from area 1 all the way into area 1. Cross court. Definitely trying to go big or go home there. Now it is match point for Scotland. Who else but Cathro, the most consistent server to serve for Scotland. Let's see what the team can do here. High ball to Fleming, just at the net, and Scotland win that Joust Cathro, knowing that that was an easy point for Scotland to get. So Scotland showed a great deal of blocking once they got into the rhythm, especially with their serve, making it a lot easier for the blockers to target whoever was misplaced from that serve out of system. And in system, it looked like they were able to use the middles a lot more effectively. On the other side, Northern Ireland were able to put up some great defensive plays. They're a scrappy team, definitely. Those scrappy plays paid off at times, maybe not as consistently as they would have liked, but still, if they can clean up that serve reception and defense earlier, it'll definitely be a team to watch throughout this tournament. I believe we're also going to get an interview with the winners of this matchup from Scotland. So stay tuned for that.
There we go. Either is fine, and they're all set.
I didn't need it. Nope.
Yeah, they're live. So
highlights.
Yep. Hi, I'm joined here by Ewan Fraser, the captain, number 9 on Scotland. Congratulations again on winning that game just now. 3-0.
Thank you.
Maybe not the easiest, but definitely. What are your thoughts on the game, and what do you think you can bring on to the next?
Yeah, I think they're a good team. We're a good team as well, but we struggled a bit at the start there. Our serving wasn't the best, and as a group that don't get to train together very often, it's always that first game is a bit of a gamble to see how we can perform. But I think we started to build a rhythm, and we know it needs to work. And we can try and build on it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just talking on that point about connection and trying to build that connection as a setter, yourself in the Scottish team, but usually you're playing opposite in the Rebels.
Yes.
And I saw you change back to opposite.
Yeah.
How has that mentality change and technically change for you?
I mean, it's something that obviously I've had a lot of practice with Essex this year, but I think setting is my priority, and it's the thing that I think I'm best at. But when the team needs me to do something in front court and hit a ball, I'm happy to do it, and I feel pretty confident in it. And so whatever the coach needs me to do, I'm happy.
Right. Yeah. That's amazing. I mean, the Scottish fans have been very vocal in the live stream. Anything you want to say back at home? Anybody you want to shout out?
No, yeah, I love the support. Look at that. The Greek's dad is here. Good to see you. Liv, Sam, if you're watching, why? But yeah, thanks for the support.
No, all right. Well, that's all from me. Congratulations again, and good luck in the rest of the tour.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our second game of the Small Nations Championships. My name is Dennis Schaap, and I'm here joined by Scottish national team player Johnny Black. We'll be here commentating this game between Northern Ireland women and Scottish women, as now we put on the national anthems for both teams.
For the national anthem of Scotland.
And now the national anthem of Scotland. And now, as players head back to shake hands, Johnny, as a fellow Scottish national team player, what are your players to watch out for this game?
Personally, I'll be looking out for two players. Rachel Morrison, strong hitter. I think she's going to bring a lot to the team here. And Laura McCready, most caps player, and strong passing prowess on the court. So we're going to be seeing a lot from her, I would think.
Yeah, and on the other side, Northern Irish team, not a lot of information to go off of, but just judging off the spike reach we were given, Tara Mooney, the opposite, born in 2005, very young player, but has a spike reach of 288 centimeters. Definitely one to look out for. Number 14. Just as we get settled, soon our referees will be introduced onto court.
It's good to be here, Dennis. Who you got winning this one?
I mean, sitting next to the Scotsman, I think I'd be safer saying Scotland.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Our second official is Miss Anna Scotsman from England.
For those watching at home, please show your support to your country or your favorite team, players, anything. Last time we got a lot of support from Scotland, so I'm looking for those Northern Irish fans out there.
As you should, Dennis, as you should.
Introducing the starting lineup tonight. First from Northern Ireland, number 1, Grace Allen.
Here we go, number 1 coming onto court for Northern Ireland, Grace Allen, the outside hitter. Captain Oliver Amy, the middle blocker, is the captain, one of the more experienced players on this team. Number 8, Shannon Lynn, the setter, also another experienced player on this team. Number 9, Gemma Calvin, outside hitter as well, joining in the passing unit. Number 13, Grace Patterson, our second middle blocker, born in 2006, one of the youngsters. And finally, Tara Mooney enters the court opposite. Again, 2005 born, definitely a strong force on the right side. And finally, the libero, Megan McBurney, leading the defense. One of the, again, the most experienced players. You're good.
Number 2, Ellen Ranklin.
And not next for Scotland, number 2, Ellen Ranklin, the middle blocker.
Number 3,
Is the first one to be announced on court. Number 3, Alexis Cruzy, the first outside hitter to start in the lineup. And number 4, Carly Murray, the second middle blocker to join, 2 of the more experienced players of the Scotland national team. Number 5, Rachel Morrison, outside hitter, joins the passing unit. Number 8, Emma Waldy, the setter, 2000 born, one of the youngsters, leading the offense. Number 11, Shona Fraser, the opposite, big force on the right side for both teams. And finally, the libero, number 10, Ravine Gill, will be leading the defense. Any surprises there so far in the starting lineups for Scotland?
No surprises there from me. I think they've put out 2 strong teams here, so it'll be interesting to see how they battle out. One thing I'm going to be looking for is the serve-pass battle here.
Yeah, serve and pass, definitely a different part for the women's game compared to the men's, where side outs tend to happen very fast, so it's about limiting how fast the woman can attack in transition, get those side outs as fast as possible. It's going to be a big game of defense, I think.
It's Ellen Ranklin here to serve.
There we go, great pass to start us off. Off the hands, what a pickup. Rolled ball for Northern Ireland to attack. Transition middle. Another outside hit, and that time Scotland are rewarded for those defensive plays right from the start.
Nice hit off the block there. Good choice.
Another great pass in, a bit tight actually. From our angle, it looked almost perfect, but too tight for the setter. I think the setter is still front court, so she could have attacked that ball, but
looks like Ellen's choosing to put a little bit of pressure on the outside hitter here.
Yeah, very common strategy, attacking that front court outside. Definitely working right now. Free ball again for Scotland. Big block, well covered up by Scotland. So the net trickle and a net touch is rewarded for Northern Ireland. First time we saw a big block. Rachel Morrison going up for the swing, but well covered up by her teammates. And that puts Shannon Linnis, the setter, in backcourt for Northern Ireland. He has 3 options front court. Big swing out the backcourt, number 11 for Scotland, Fraser.
Emma Baldy here to serve.
Another flat
Still
swing.
putting the pressure there on the outside.
Yeah, very clear strategy. I think the middle got a skin there, so has to ask for his teammates to touch it. But yeah, very obvious serving strategy for Scotland right now, targeting that front court outside like you keep saying. Is this something that's maybe taught in the Scottish program?
Yeah, I think tactically it's a good decision. Try and force that outside hitter to pass.
Yeah.
And make it easier for the block there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is what hit her 4th serve in a row. First time in the service line and already finding a rhythm for herself. Gives her team a free ball. Transition opportunity. Big swing, cross court.
Lovely.
Rachel Morrison again gets the job done cross court.
Yeah, and like I said at the start, they'll be looking to use her power a lot, especially in those sort of transition plays, to get themselves out of a lot of trouble.
Now Waldy up to serve again. Goes for a short one, catches Northern Ireland off guard. And that is a big service ace to start us off. 7-1, what a crazy run to start off the game.
Yeah, again, it's all about the serve and pass battle here. It's allowing Scotland to have a commanding lead here at the start.
Great pickup, easily dug by Ravine. Tries to go high and cross, but it was just wide. Gil made that look very easy, picking up that ball. That's all set up by a good serve and an easy block to funnel that ball to her. And that forces the first timeout for Northern Ireland. Score is 1-8. It's a very difficult situation for any team to get out of. What kind of things do you think they'll be saying in the team huddle right now?
Look, I think head coach Danny for Scotland will be saying, keep applying that pressure on the serve.
Yeah.
Let the game come to them. I think over in the Northern Irish camp, they'll be looking to try and get their players to maybe step up and pass this ball a little bit better.
Yeah.
They're looking to try and pass the ball perfect here. That's not what they should be going for. They want to get it high to the middle of the court so they can get something out of this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in position 4, you've got a big, tall hitter. Maybe try and get the ball high in the middle, high ball set to the outside, and try and create an outlet situation. Another tough serve though, Waldy. Great serve, time and time again. It looks like a simple float serve, but that ball is traveling fast and tight to the net.
Yeah. And it's difficult after a timeout like that. You know, you've got to get those serves in. It's really important. Good pass.
Miscommunicated again, but transition for Scotland. Bit tight, what a set though. Northern Ireland scrambling around. Double call. Very rare to see that on a free ball. Clear call nevertheless by the referee.
Despite the double though, it was a good choice. Try and play it on the setter, take them out of the game. Another strong serve.
Another free ball for Scotland. Runs the middle. Almost picked up there by the setter. Shannon Linus standing in position 1, but all guns blazing right now. It's almost a good opportunity to establish rhythm with every single hitter. So far, the first middle hit we've seen. Tracking the ball, goes out again. Score is really starting to become a big mountain to climb for Northern Ireland.
Emma Waldy still serving here.
What, her maybe 11th serve?
Yeah.
And she gets an ace, putting up so much pressure consistently.
One thing I like is that she's targeting the same side of the court, but she's sort of mixing it up. Short, deep serves to try and sort of trick the passers.
Yeah. That one trying to go a bit too short.
Spoke too soon, commentator's pass.
Yeah. I mean, with that amount of momentum, it's difficult for any team to get back in. It's almost like the rest of her teammates can look at her and be like, you know, when they get back to the service line, that's the level of pressure they can put on, and that's how easy they can score points.
100%. Great pass from Ravine.
Out of system, tipped, but well covered up. Another chance for Scotland. Out the back row. Almost picked up by the setter. Linus seems to be in the right position a lot of the time, but just unable to connect with her teammates.
Rachel Morrison to serve. Will she continue to apply the pressure on the outside her?
Served at the libero, but slightly mishandled. Gives a free ball. Runs a C quick. Again, Linus is there. Off to the right side, big swing, well picked up from area 6. Kind of scrambling play at the net, ends in a point for Northern Ireland. That was great defense by the outside.
Some really good rallies.
What a swing. Just out, yeah.
gap was right there. She took it a little too much.
So number 14, Lauren Hislop's now come on. Great first pass. Again, another good pass.
What a dig. Setter's out now. Oh, what a back set by the libero. Tries to go deep corner, but goes just out. Alexis Cruzy this time with the swing, but it's an aggressive error in that kind of in the current situation. You want to almost try and test your range, maybe, with that amount of cushion.
Yeah, it's still early doors in the game. She'll settle in soon.
Yeah. Oh, what a dig. Big dig by the middle.
Very smart from Shona there. Just push it off the hand.
Yeah, exactly. Carly Murray now up to serve. No middle on court, but Northern Ireland defended well without a libero. Let's see if Scotland can do it. Setter's out. Another out of system play. But what an assertive swing by Shona Fraser. That level of aggression is exactly what you need when you're attacking that kind of a high ball.
Carly to serve again.
Tries to go for a C quick. Well dug up by Scotland, but it's a free ball for Northern Ireland. Very tough set. Scotland get another chance. What a sharp angle swing this time.
I told you she'd find her range.
Yeah,
great
absolutely.
angle hit there.
Yeah, it's almost foreshadowing. Last one, the cross went a bit too far wide. This time, right on the tee.
Scotland doing well to win clusters of points here.
Yeah, definitely. Starts with a consistent serve after. Setter's out again. Trying to go deep corner, goes out. Well tracked by the Northern Irish team. It seems like Northern Irish team have a very basic type of play. When they're out of system, just send it to the setter. So far, it's worked at times, but Scotland seem to be a little more organized.
Yeah, a little bit more calm when things aren't going their way. Just
Yeah.
a classic example there. Lauren Hislop just putting that ball in.
Alexis Cruzy this time swung into the antenna, a rare error for her after that momentum she's built just now.
Great with a great pass.
Great pass, fast tempo to the right side. That's what you like to see, Shona Fraser.
Shona Fraser there with a big swing. Now coming back to serve. Can she get a cluster of serves as well?
What a flat serve. Well dealt with by Northern Ireland. Oh, that's a difficult one. Two players diving in, unable to get that pancake.
Nice serve though from Shona Fraser there. I mean, it's so flat. No one talks about how hard they are to pass. So
Absolutely, yeah.
Northern Ireland doing a great job.
There we go, out the back row, Fraser. Well dug up, overpass though. And that is an easy kill for Scotland. Fraser firing from the backcourt. And then Cruzy finishing it up in the front. Coach indicates serve to area 5. Again, front court outside.
Keeping that pressure on.
Yep. Big block, somehow covered though. That's a lib kill, I think. Big cover up by the libero, McBurney. Maybe the first point by libero I've seen today.
Great pass. To the pipe.
Bit of a scramble at the net. Now she gets a better chance. Here we go, Fraser out the back court. Big swing, cross court.
Again,
If in
there it
doubt.
is. No panic
Yeah.
from the Scotland team. Devine just takes that, sets it to Shauna Fraser, and she kills the ball.
Yeah, it's so nice to just have such a big powerhouse to just outlet every kind of garbage you're throwing at. You know, some people call the opposite the role of the cleaner. You know, you just got to clean everything your team throws at you.
Ellen Ranklin to serve.
No libero on court. Let's see how her defense is. What a serve! That thing clipped the net, and it forces a free ball. Big swing over the top of the block by number 5, Rachel Morrison, the outside hitter. That all started with a tough serve from the middle.
Do you think the serving's the difference between the two teams, serve and
Yeah.
pass?
Yeah, absolutely. It was exactly what you predicted. If you can't get that first ball up to perfection, it makes everything else look so much difficult. There we go, now transition for Scotland. Dunk play! Nobody saw that coming.
Smart play there.
Yeah, cheeky play by Waldy. That set almost looked like it was a misplayed A-quick, to be honest, from my angle, but
Holly Scott now on in the middle.
very, very rare service error we've seen. Not many committed so far.
Again, a nice run of serves there. It's all about these little clusters just to pull you away from the other team.
Service error for Northern Ireland, and that's kind of been the story of the game. Scotland have been able to find consistency from the service line, and Northern Ireland simply haven't. 2 points away from taking the first set now. Waldy with the serve again.
Free ball here. What are they going to do with it?
Yeah, 3 options. Goes with the A-quick.
Swing from the middle. Holly Scott there with a big swing through the middle.
Yeah, first point, first play of the game for her, and she gets the kill. Set point now for Scotland, 24-10. And who else would you want but Waldy on the service line? Much better pass this time. Long distance, almost a second tempo ball.
Yeah.
Works out for Northern Ireland. Now Calvin to serve. Also the jump float forces a bit of trouble for Scotland. And that one trickles over the block. And Scotland get their first set in the Five Nations Championship, ending in the Rachel Morrison swing, flipping the fingers and ending on the floor. Just as we continue this game, obviously a very big margin that they beat Northern Ireland for Scotland. 11-25, I believe, the final score. As a player yourself, how do you keep a high level of focus after like such a big margin?
You know, you can't be complacent here. Scotland can't be complacent. They know that Northern Ireland are going to come back.
Yeah.
They know that they're going to have to improve from that. So I think that this next set will be closer. I think Scotland will win it again because of the strong serving. But what do Northern Ireland have to do just now to step up their game? I think they've got to improve that pass a little bit.
Yeah.
Get the ball a little bit higher to the middle of the court, let the setter run an offense. I think when they get the opportunity to serve, they've got to be doing what Scotland's doing and going for those clusters.
Yeah.
Super important.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see how easily momentum can shift when you get a sudden cluster, like you say, of serves. We see, you know, almost in a sense, if Northern Ireland are able to figure out that serve receive, it can give a lot of more questions for Scotland to answer. You know, suddenly the ball is coming back at you. how are you going to be able to compose yourself, settle down, and run an efficient offense?
Look, I think in this set they'll be much better. They've settled into the game now. You can see that they were starting to build a little bit of momentum at the end of that last set. Scotland just had too big a lead at the start and they couldn't close that gap. So
Yeah.
I think there'll be a different story this set.
Let's see if they offer the same starting lineup. And with that big of a margin, you might want to think about rotating your players for Scotland.
Yeah, it's good to see Coach Danny putting in some of the younger players as well, letting them experience the high-level volleyball that's going on this weekend.
Yeah.
Now we've got libero Lisa Waldy coming on, the sister of setter Emma Waldy. Let's see what she can bring to the game.
Changing opposite as well. Number 7, Antonina Porsche, coming in opposite instead of, I believe it was Shona Fraser. A couple changes.
It's all about how Northern Ireland will capitalise on these changes here.
Yeah. Yeah, scores restarts at 0-0. That's the beauty of volleyball. It doesn't matter what happened last set. Obviously, you can build upon intangible things that you achieved, but the scores are what matters in the end.
Yeah. Nice serve.
Yeah, out of system. Big pickup. Oh, that is cheeky by Waldy. Just finds the perfect corner to send the ball into.
But again, like we said, they're going to be putting pressure on the serve there, and that was a good serve from number 8, Shannon. Just to put them under a little bit more pressure, Emma Waldy had to take that ball out there. Rachel Morrison with a good swing.
Yeah, McBurney nearly got that on her own side of the court, but speaking of which, now we've got Scotland off the overpass. Down the middle, but well picked up. Here we go. Northern Ireland getting hyped on the bench on our side. That's the type of assertiveness you need. It almost looked like they weren't willing to go full swing last set, but that definitely was a strong swing.
Another good serve and a good pass.
Just
out the back there. Just out the back.
Yeah, that's definitely an aggressive error. I mean, shooting off a B quick, finding that perfect gap in the block, just unable to snap it down. Now Gemma Calvin's second serve aims at the center. And that is a strong start for Northern Ireland. What a way to respond.
And this is what we talked about. You know, the coach has obviously taken them in and said, we need to serve a little bit tougher. We've got to put more pressure here on the service line. We can't give Scotland an easy pass. And that's what's happened.
Yeah, another great serve. Calvin gets the, let's just call it an ace. Ball didn't get back over, unable. But
and the clusters swing the other way.
Yeah. Yeah, starting off very strong, all because of some strong service pressure. Gemma Calvin aiming into area 1 on Scotland's side. They call a timeout now. Score is 1-4.
Yeah, just the Northern Ireland head coach there, just talking about keeping up that service pressure there.
Yep. It's crazy how much things can change when you change one small aspect of volleyball.
Yep.
Now she's back up to serve. Let's see what Scotland do differently in serve receive.
Now there's a lot of pressure here because, you know, there's just been a timeout. They're 3 in front. Can she get this in? She does, and it's a good serve.
Out of system again, bit wide.
Good defense.
Here we go, Grace
Another
Allen. Cross swing, well dug up. Here we go, back and forth. What a rally we have here. Overpass kill by Scotland. Coming from Morrison. It's back and forth. That was a huge rally. McBurney showing some great defense. Unable to keep the ball on her side of the net. that time.
Rachel Morrison to serve.
Getting into area 6, well dug. Going cross court, overpowers the Northern Ireland defense. Alexis Cruzy this time. Cross court is looking like our favorite shot at the moment. Back to serve, Rachel Morrison again. A game about clusters, and let's see how big of a cluster she can conjure up here.
Good pass.
Off the net, goes for the quick blocked, and that is a big point for Scotland there. This time coming in from Murray, committing down the middle. When Northern Ireland seem to be a bit off the net, they're not afraid to run that slightly out of tempo middle, but that time is well read by Scotland.
And I think it's a good option. You know, I think the serve's made a good choice there. It didn't pay off that time because Carly's blocked, but I think it's a good choice.
I don't think it was a net touch called. Ooh. Yeah, I think it was a net touch called. Yeah, net touch called against Northern Ireland, excuse me.
Yeah.
So that results in a Scottish point. And again, Rachel Morrison's serve, third one in a row. Here we go, out of system, out of the back line. Rachel Morrison almost gets the kill, but gets them a free ball instead. But that one, no, maybe overthinking it. Not sure if she was trying to go for that sky ball return. And Rachel Morrison now going on a bit of a run right now, 4 in a row. Passing unit really favoring area 6. And she definitely goes there. Big swing, well contained by Scotland. I think.
No,
yeah,
the ref
referee.
wanted to call that for a double, but the first contact there was a block. So we're playing a let there.
Yeah, at least referee acknowledges his error, immediately makes up for it with a let. Same kind of situation.
Great pass. Again, going with the middle there.
Yeah, scrambling around right now, Northern Ireland. So are Scotland. So free ball. Here we go, a high ball to reset. Grace Allen goes for the sharp angle swing. Great swing to get it settled in. That all started with a short reset. You heard all the girls shouting, reset, reset, after that high free ball pass there by number 14, Tara Mooney, the opposite, giving her setter some time to breathe and set up her offense.
Good serve. Really strong serve.
And that goes out. Difficult situation leads. Like that goes out. Like you said, strong serve leads to a lot more success. That time maybe too strong.
Yeah, but I think in this scenario, you know, Northern Ireland have got to be serving tough. You've got to allow for some errors like that. So, in my book, you're fine there.
Yeah, absolutely. All about balance. Balancing aggression and control.
Calls a double on that there. Set in a tough situation, trying to play it with their hands there instead of just digging that.
Yeah, I mean, also, you need to consider whether it's like you said before, do they try and pass it tight or do they try and go high and in the middle?
Look, I think that, I mean, obviously that's a perfect pass
That is a
there.
perfect pass, yeah.
What we're looking for Northern Ireland to do is really just pass the ball high to the middle of the court. They're passing much better this set. You can see that they've managed to take a good reset after the first set, and their serve has become along much tougher as well.
Yeah. Here we go, another good serve. Out of system for Scotland. Inside and high.
And it's a good defensive touch, just got a little bit away from her.
Yeah, but Cruzy standing so tall and goes over the block.
maybe it's part of Scotland's strategy to set high and tight for Cruzy to go over.
Now, Shona Fraser has came on for Emma Waldy, which now renders Scotland down to no setter. So let's see
No setter.
what happens.
That's the first time
Here.
I've seen that here. Out of
Now-
bounds. Yep.
My assumption would be is that they're going for the big block here. It'd be interesting to see what Coach Danny's logic is behind this, but we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, Shona's definitely got a mismatch on the outside right now with Grace Allen swinging. A lot of block touch, but absolutely got put in the toolbox there by Grace Allen.
And it's a really good option. Go for the outside hand, attack
Yeah.
that outside hand.
Yep. It's almost something that's been popularized now in volleyball, tooling in any kind of way. It's looked at something cool now. I feel like back in the day it was more of an old-fashioned, old-school thing to do, but
It's just a smart way to play, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's do something different, something unexpected, and that's it's really important in the game of volleyball to
yeah.
keep your opponent on their toes, per se.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
When we were chatting there, Jess Burns has came on to set now, so that's the reason they've done their swap. They've swapped front and back. So
and now 3 options back in the front court. Out of system again for Northern Ireland. Gives a free ball. Overpass. Not really. I'm not sure what happened there, but
that would be 4 touches.
yep. The Scottish players were as confused as I was.
Yeah, I think maybe the referee thought it might have taken a little touch there, but then changed his mind.
Yeah, I mean, that ball just
Laura
sat on
McCready
the-
now coming on. Now this is a real strong passing unit now with Laura McCready on.
Yeah, one of the most experienced players. With experience, a lot of time comes with passing as well. That's a misconnection there. I think Scotland want to reset quickly. It's only a 1-point lead. It looks like they're in control, but every now and then Northern Ireland just sneak up out of nowhere. Another out-of-system play. High ball to the outside.
Good
What a
swing.
swing!
Great swing.
That was a great dynamic swing by Rachel Morrison. Seems to be the woman on fire right now.
Ellen Ranklin here to serve. Good serve.
Another out-of-system play. Great pick-up by McCready. Too tight. Almost a dangerous play with the ball under the feet, but McCready making an impact on defense right away from Area 6. Ranklin with her second serve. If she can get a cluster right now, that would be huge for Scotland. And they get a chance to do so with this transition.
Defense, good serve.
Fraser was blocked.
Good hustle play.
Tiki-taka volleyball right now. What a
Good
dig! And Morrison with the deep corner
That's some really
swing.
good hustle there.
It almost looked like mid-rally. Fraser was playing Pepper with her own teammates on her side. Now 3rd chance for Scotland. Always the 3rd serve.
Yep.
Statistically, it's always the 3rd serve.
So Jenna Clark coming on to serve here.
I think it's a new setter coming on to court. 3 options back, 3 options front row now. Starts with a great short serve.
Really good.
One of the toughest things to do in volleyball, to come on cold and get an ace right away.
Yep.
Coach is absolutely loving it on the side. And Clark with the second one. Much better pass this time.
Pass. Good swing from Carly there.
Yeah, with running in middle so often, they get right up there. All they need is a quick tap down. The attack's too fast anyways.
It just, Scotland running the middle a little bit more there, just opens up the court a little bit for the outside hitters as well.
Yeah.
The Northern Irish middle blockers are having to hold and wait for the set. And it's just allowing the court to open up a little bit.
That ball looked just out. Great vision by the referee, and Shona Fraser now up to serve, one of the strongest servers. Scotland now have their setter front court, but Fraser's been a force both front and back row. And that time, Nace, 17-12. Game just seems to be coming in close and then going back into a bigger margin every now and then. It's game of serve and pass. Another ace serve by Scotland. Fraser putting up consistent pressure. It almost seems like she's serving either between the players or just in front of them, forcing them to move around a lot more. Now timeout called by Northern Ireland. They're 6 points behind now. They start off really strong with that service run, really understanding how to defend well in transitions, containing a lot more of Scotland's attacks, but Scotland seems to have found a rhythm themselves with their blocking and their defense. McCready on court has definitely been a strong defensive presence and upgrade for that team. Back on Fraser. Can she extend this lead? Great serve, out of system for Northern Ireland. Shona picks it up after that serve. Morrison's absolutely on fire.
It's just their ability to play in transition.
Yeah.
They can score those transition hits. And
Yeah. Not often do Northern Ireland come up with a strong swing, but Scotland find a way to deal with their scrappiness. Great hit this time. Rachel Morrison finding all the gaps in the defense right now. The score is really starting to slip away from Northern Ireland.
this is it. It's all about those cluster points. It's how teams can pull away.
That time you heard that grunt, she was trying to kill that ball.
Okay, we got a good run in this rotation last time from Northern Ireland here. So let's see if they can do it again.
Serving.
That's the commentator's curse there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating because Northern Ireland probably know service pressure and serve consistency is exactly what they're missing, but they just can't seem to get out of this slump right now. Now Morrison to serve. Better ball in this time.
Good pass, yep. And a good option.
The set was slightly inside, but very well adjusted by the Northern Irish opposite there. Tara Mooney. With a long reach, she was able to find a way through that gap. Great serve again. And it's an ace serve. I think she's got a couple today.
Yep.
Amy Oliver, the middle blocker.
If she can keep applying this pressure here. Again, I spoke too soon.
Always her fault. Another curse. But, I mean, you're Scottish, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter for you.
Carly to serve.
Out of the backcourt, very rare swing, but that was well dug up by Shona Fraser. Gives a free ball to Northern Ireland. Double block down the middle. That almost looked like a commit block. Scotland recognizing that the opposite maybe it wasn't used as much. And just sending two down the middle.
Good pass.
Much better pass by Grace Allen. Goes for the outside hand.
Off the stick there in defense.
Yeah, but very well prepared by Grace Allen. She was ready to hit that ball even if that ball slipped in the antenna, sorry. Now Tara Mooney with the serve. Well dug by Rachel Morrison. Can choose back row, so she's done well to use it. Now Northern Ireland get another chance. And just about Grace Allen squeezes it over the block and finds the court.
Nice cross-court hit there.
And Tara Mooney's back on to serve. Second serve this time. Morrison finding a way. Dug. And nobody connecting, but that's great hustle there shown by McBurney. Chasing that ball until it fell. It looks like Northern Ireland are really shading cross for the Scottish outside hitters right now. This time for Cruzy. Almost leaving a two-ball gap.
Just out the back.
Now that's set point actually for Scotland. Only one away. And that is a net, and that should be set number 2 for Scotland. 25-18, a much closer margin this time, but you can start to tell early momentum that Northern Ireland built started to crumble.
Yeah, as we expected, I think Northern Ireland had a better start there.
Yeah.
There was just a good run from Shona Fraser, which managed for Scotland to pull away. If Northern Ireland can keep that momentum up, I think this next set could be a different story. But Scotland just looking really, really strong on the serve, and it's causing some problems for Northern Ireland.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it seems like Scotland probably feel like they are in control, but with that level of margin, you can't really afford to change an entire team over. Maybe start mixing in half experienced, half less experienced, or try and not be complacent. Try and still hold that high standard where they can bring it on to perhaps some tougher competition tomorrow.
Yeah, I think Coach Danny might put a strong team out, allow for a little bit of a margin, maybe in terms of the lead, and then swap some players in and keep some players fresh for tomorrow, where they have two big games.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for a player yourself, how do you manage these multiple day tournaments where, tomorrow you've got 2 games to play? Mm-hmm. How does that?
It's all about food and rest.
Food and rest.
Plenty sleep, plenty food, plenty water, and taking your recovery really seriously. It's can be a bit of a grueler if you're playing long games, 5 serves.
Yeah.
So how the players act off the court is super important.
Absolutely.
Hydration, food, good sleep.
Yeah. I mean, it'll help as well if they finish this game in 3 sets.
Curry. Oh, I'm not muted, and that's the woman asking me what they're having for dinner. And it's curry. And it was a good curry. It was really, really nice curry. The rice, a wee bit overdone, but who's judging? We got a bit of naan bread with it as well. Just a delightful dinner. good salad selection. I should probably stop talking about the dinner now.
No, I mean we were talking about nutrition just now, so
Yeah,
I think
well,
this
exactly.
topic-
Yeah, and that's why they're asking, because
Yeah.
they're playing this game.
Yeah.
They're thinking about how they can refuel after it.
Yeah.
So it's important.
Well, let's hope they can refuel ASAP with an easy 3-set win right now. Not a lot of changes I'm seeing so far that I can notice.
Got Lauren Hislop on there, Holly Scott, Jess Burns,
Just Burns, do setter.
Alexis,
Yeah.
Carly, Shona, and Ravine will be our libero. She comes on just now. So
Rachel Morrison coming off now.
yeah, some changes. You know, maybe them thinking about the curry now might just
Give them that extra
pull them
fuel.
through.
All right, down the
Good
middle,
set.
tip. In the
Really
donut.
good tip. It's a good pass, good set, good tip.
Yeah,
That's what
Amy
you want to
Oliver.
see.
Amy Oliver finding that gap in the middle. Everybody bunching away from that middle hit. And a quick tip down the middle.
Lovely pass.
They're trying to slice it down the line. Another roll shot.
So, is this something the coach has said? Tip the ball? Or is this just them scrambling for points? It's working. Whatever they're doing, it's working. Maybe they heard me say it's curry for tea.
We go strong set, strong block by
Good
Scotland.
defensive pass there.
Yeah,
Wow.
there we go.
Good
Donna
shot.
Fraser shows us how it's done down the line. Now, Alexis Cruzy to serve. Coach shouting some instructions at her. Serves at the libero. Well dealt with. Out of system. Swing. Great pickup by
great.
Northern Ireland. Reverses the flow. Shona Fraser hammers the ball through the block. Alexis Cruzy with her first cluster of serves this game, or this set, excuse me. She probably had a few before, but let's see if they can run away with it. Tough free ball, but well dug. Big block off the net. Scotland get it over, but Northern Ireland have a chance here. Cross court. Great swing from the right side. Gemma
Now, we've
Calvin.
got to back this up with some strong serves.
Yeah, Gemma Calvin was a big source of points from the service line last set, so let's see if she can repeat that. Combinated discourse, I'm sorry.
Strikes again.
Yeah.
Carly Murray now to serve. Can she continue to apply pressure on the outside her?
There we go. Northern Ireland have 3 options.
She can.
Big dig.
Defensive touch. Big
What
swing.
a swing to end that incredible play.
Unbelievable touch.
Harley Murray. She doesn't need a libero.
Nope.
She doesn't. That's the middle's dream right there. Excuse us as we have some technical difficulties.
Dennis isn't updating the score, guys. Sorry.
Big swing, and that's karma for you.
That was block out, to be fair.
Big,
But
big
we've gone for a
block.
block in.
Yeah.
It's
Oliver Amy, she's been showing some good serves and good constructive blocking right now.
good block nonetheless.
Score is even now, 4-4.
Nice
Great ball.
pass.
What a pass. Results in an easy kill down the middle.
Good swing from Holly Scott there.
Jonathan Fraser back up to serve. Also a float serve right at the front court outside. And a big block. Oh, but jinxed by a net touch, I think.
Called for a net touch.
Pulls off the
Just
celebration.
unfortunate after a really good, well-timed block there.
Yeah, that was a big block as well. Coming in just on time.
Good pass.
Swung down the line, well picked up by Gemma Calvin. It's a free ball for Scotland, sharp angle.
Oh,
Northern Ireland pleading for a four-touch call, but played to the whistle, and Scotland did.
it's a hard one to call for any referee,
Yeah.
really.
Definitely, especially at this level, you're almost not expecting a hit right into the net. Moving from the back row, and this time, no net touch called. And that is a point for Holly Scott. Almost an identical block from that last one. Great serve down the line, but well dealt with. Grace Allen blocked again. That's a 2 for 2.
Another good block.
2 for 2 for Holly Scott. She's really shifting her body to the right position, closing that seam. No way through for Northern Ireland. And back and forth we go with the service battle. Grace Allen now to serve. Northern Ireland have arguably their best hitter front court. And so do
That's in.
Scotland, yeah. What a sharp angle swing by Alexis Cruzy.
Yeah, we talked at the start about her finding her range, and she well and truly has found her
Yeah,
range this game.
absolutely, yeah. Found it and never gave it back.
Yep.
Couple missed serves now. I think this might be the most we've seen from Scotland so far. Oh, another missed serve. Both sides, maybe a bit of nerves right now. Northern Ireland nowhere to go. Scotland really want to finish this off right away so they can get that curry we were talking about.
And it was a good curry, naan bread as well. Good pass.
What a cover by Northern Ireland. Well contained. And here we go to the outside. Oh, what a pickup. Scrambling plays at the net results in a Northern Irish kill. That was a great pickup by the opposite there, Tara Mooney. Jenna Clark not up to serve. The setter, backcourt, 3 options front row. And she starts with an ace. Getting a bunch of points from the service line here could be huge.
This is it, just getting those cluster serves just to close that gap. We've got to chip away at Scotland's lead. It seems like they're doing it just now.
Another tough serve. You can almost tell from our angle that ball floats left and right and drops right in front of the defenders. Here we go, step up, says Scotland's coach. You can tell they're almost at the 3 meter line.
Changing
That's
the serve up, so
Yep. Great defensive touch, but that is not going to matter to Northern Ireland.
and that's it. A couple of clusters of serves and we're all square.
Yep.
That's the difference.
Yeah, and great awareness shown by the Northern Irish setter Jenna Clark there. Noticing the team stepping up and choosing to serve deep. That time serves in between players. And Shona Fraser, really one of the strongest leaders on this team.
Again, going for that outside hand. Now, can Scotland back this up with a cluster of their own?
What a set, tight to the net. And Jenna Clark reaches high and finds her middle in the air.
Really good set there. It's tight on the net with the pass. The pass is still good and high enough, but it's tight on the net. The setter does well to put it in front of the middle there for a point.
Yeah. Seems like Northern Ireland are starting to enjoy their volleyball a bit more. Much more celebrations. Here we go, Shona Fraser wants it, she gets it. Almost gets the kill.
Nice set.
Allen tooling maybe the tallest player on court. Off the outside hand. That's a big height mismatch, but Grace Allen really not being afraid.
Yeah, we've seen Grace do that a couple of times there, just looking for that outside hand, pushing the ball against it and getting points.
Inside set, has to roll over and out of bounds. Northern Ireland starting to get a bit of momentum. Scotland trying to find a way.
They've just got to hold on to this momentum here. Can they come back in after this timeout and serve the ball in, keep Scotland under the pressure? That's important.
Yeah. I mean, maybe ice the serve a little bit. Try and figure out what's been working for them in the passing unit. Last time they got caught playing the stand a bit shorter, changing their positions. Maybe it's about changing mentality now. Can Scotland get out of this service run that Northern Ireland are bringing right now? Calvin with the serve again. Much better pass this time. Shona, big block, well picked up. Almost picked up by Gill.
And that's the momentum we talked about. They've done well to keep a hold of it here.
Yeah. Yeah, Shona Fraser wanting that ball really badly in this tight situation. Talk about leadership.
Good defense.
Big block, but
Another
well
good
covered.
defensive touch.
Here we go, free ball transition opportunity. To the middle, well
Another
picked
good
up.
defensive touch. That's three.
Here we go, is 3 enough?
There's four.
There's 4. Well contained, Scotland to the outside. Blocked, and 4 is enough. That was all McBurney. Defending time and time again in area 5.
Really good defensive position in there, just covering all that side of the court.
Yeah, and puts Gemma Colvin back on the service line with a tough serve. Out of system again. His lob has to swing. Goes just out.
Goes deep corner, just misses. It's a good option there, just about wide.
Yeah, here we go. Coach calls for a substitution for the next play, probably.
Yeah, Rachel Morrison moving to the seats there.
Here we go. High ball to Fraser. Gets a deep corner swing off it. A roll shot over. Another chance for Scotland. to their favorite. I think it was center line fault by the setter. The pass was a bit too tight for her.
Number 5, Rachel Morrison.
And Rachel Morrison comes back on, a little more firepower for Scotland.
Yeah, Lauren Hislop doing well there. Just
Yeah.
Scotland looking for another option.
Chase down, trying to chase it past the barriers, but Scotland really struggling for passing right now.
Again, we talked about it before. It's just it's a 7-pass battle. It's whoever team's got the momentum at the time, and now it's with Northern Ireland. Can they keep it until the end of this set?
Yeah, another change. Lisa Waldy comes in this time. Rachel Harrison with a great pass. Touch is called by the referee.
There.
Yep, good call. Almost digging that ball up, but now that they're out of this rotation, can they keep it? We've got arguably one of the strongest front courts right now with Shona Fraser, Rachel Harrison, and Holly Scott in the middle.
Morrison.
Sorry, excuse me. Rachel Morrison.
Good pass.
What a dig from Air 6. Bit of confusion. Setter's out. Has to be out of system. Well shot, well picked up. Here we go. Rachel Morrison. First swing off the substitution, so maybe trying to find that rhythm that she had the entire game.
West Scotland. 13 to Northern Ireland.
That's Dennis just updating the score again there, folks. Not me.
I had another person do this for me last time, okay? It's difficult talking and keeping
Dennis
track of the
can't
score.
multitask.
Well, Scotland now have a big mountain to climb, but it's not the end for them. They can build as much momentum as they can bring in the next set. So
Yep.
it's a big margin, but in the grand scheme of things, the little things you do in this set matter more for the next one.
It's just what we said. Northern Ireland are going to get better as they go through the game. They've done much better on their pass, much better on their serve this set, and that's just allowing them to pull that lead.
Yeah. Well, 2-ball over with a chance. Shona Fraser down the line and gets the kill.
Here we go. Now Shona Fraser to serve. Now she's had a lot of clusters in this game
Yeah.
so far.
Definitely.
Can she do the same now? My guess is yes.
Well, let's hope your curse doesn't hold up.
Oh, and it does. Dennis. It does. Oh, man.
You can really
I
tell.
spoke too soon.
You can really tell some bias right now in the commentary box. With that being said, Northern Ireland now get the chance to build on this big lead. Off the back line, Shona Fraser. She really wants the ball right now in this difficult situation. She wants to take that responsibility.
Rachel Morrison now to serve. Again, another really, really strong server.
Yeah.
Can Northern Ireland side out here first time to keep themselves in front?
Yeah, only 2 options front court as well for Jenna Clark. And that is a difficult way to start out of system right away. Here we go, back and again. Bit of chaos on Northern Ireland. Setter with the swing. Now she gets a free ball. Down the middle and well read by Scott. Only 2 options front court. Scotland know that they haven't set that back court from the right side that often, so they bunch a bit more to the middle. Fast tempo to the outside, and Grace Allen finds a way through. Grace Allen with the ace serve, trickling along the net. Just rolls over.
It's a lucky serve there, but you know they'll be taking any point they can get at this point. They're just keeping that lead, and that's exactly what they need to do and carry that momentum into the next set.
Yeah. Great serve, forces, somehow gets it over. Carry called.
He's called that carry there.
Yeah. It's one of those where referees often see that open hand and hit the ball from the upwards motion. A lot of the time they're going to call that a carry.
Yep.
And set point for Northern Ireland.
Good pass.
Down the line, what a
Nice
swing.
line.
What a swing there.
Holly Scott here to serve.
No libero on court. Let's see if Northern Ireland can take advantage of this.
Good pass.
Another pickup, out of system. Little shot, well dug by Scotland. There's a free ball for Northern Ireland. This is their chance to end this set. Fast
Good
tempo.
set.
What a touch, and again. Scotland find another lifeline. And again. And that ball goes just wide, and Northern Ireland go wild as if they won the whole game. That is a huge fight.
That fast set to the outside there from Northern Ireland. I want to see that used more. They're relying quite heavily here on the middle.
Yeah, putting
on
that
free
fast
balls.
set.
Yeah, that fast set will just open the game up a little bit more for them, and that's what we want to see.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you've got, one of the tallest blockers here, Shona Fraser, on the right side. You almost want to outspeed her every time with your slightly smaller hitters, especially. The players absolutely stoked to get that first set victory here in Five Nations.
You know, we talked about it at the start of this set. Northern Ireland have got to make some changes in their serve and their pass. We said that they may win that set, and they definitely have. They've proved us right there. Can they carry that momentum here into the next set? That's what's important for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about shaking it off for Scotland on the other hand. Maybe they didn't start with their strongest lineup, but now that they've lost the set, they're kind of forced to really put their foot on the gas to finish this game as fast as possible.
Yeah, I think you'll see some changes. I don't think the Scotland players played bad there necessarily.
Yeah.
I think that Northern Ireland's just changed up how they were playing the game and how they approached the game,
Yeah.
serving a little bit tougher, and that ultimately just allowed them to get that lead. It's important to note this is a really good setup that Volleyball England have here. It's really good to see all the volunteers coming out and setting this up, and all of the effort that's been put into it by not only Volleyball England but all the federations.
Yeah.
Some of them have been needing for a long time to improve the level of volleyball in Scotland, and it's, I'm excited to be a part of it, and I'm sure a lot of the other players feel the same.
All right, back on the court they go, I think. Yep, second referee signals they're ready. And so are the players. Scotland reverting back to what they started the game with. I think Waldy's setting back again.
Yep, Emma Waldy back in
Yep.
to serve. Set, sorry. And Rachel Morrison, my big swing there. So in the first set, Emma had 6 serves or something in a row. So let's see if she can match that here.
Yeah. One of the strongest servers here. Forces an out-of-system pass. What a pickup. Ballsy. One-handed. Go across. Well done. Ooh, tries to go for that set. Away from the body. It's a difficult one for anybody to make.
Calls it a double. What's your thoughts on the double touch rule, Dennis?
The American NCAA, the spinning stuff?
Yeah, what's your thoughts on him? Does it put the hitter at an advantage?
Realistically, no, I will be honest. That's my own perspective as a player myself. It's not like any spin on the ball is going to give me an advantage as a hitter. And, you know, I always like the example they pull out there. They always say, what other sport can you name where there's a foul when you pass the ball? You know, and you can't commit a foul when you pass a football or a basketball. There's no regulation, but why volleyball?
Yep.
So there's always that argument, but I'd always love to see smooth volleyball after all. So, you know, it's a heated debate. I can see it going either way.
We can have the heated debate in the chat in the YouTube. Good pipe there from Rachel Morrison, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
There we go, another transition for Scotland. Bit wide, but Alexis Cruzy finds a way to kill the ball just outside the antenna. Scotland finding a bit more success with Waldy on court right now. Trying to run that C set a bit too high. Middle and the setter going a bit out of tempo. Timeout called right away. Bit of confusion there. Trying to use a mix of technology and also hand signals is a weird one, but 5-1, very similar start to set 1, but a lot earlier call for a timeout by the coach.
Yeah, Northern Ireland just talking a little bit about their block there. Interested to see how that team talk might change things going forward. Scotland definitely hitting much better this set.
Yeah, might be a chance to adjust their mentality on serve receive right now. Bit scrambling on serve receive gives Scotland the chance.
Big swing from the middle.
Gets another kill down the middle. Scotland finding a rhythm. Really important to find a rhythm in the middle right now. They've got a bit of a height mismatch at the front of the net.
Another strong serve.
Yeah. Here we go, free ball again. Well dug up by McBurney. Down the pipe, touched, but well picked up. Fraser goes cross court into the seam. I thought she was about to hit line, but it hits cross body and gets the kill. Rachel Morrison up to serve again.
Still
Definitely.
serving.
Yeah.
It's these clusters, it's just allowing them to pull away. It's their defense, it's the transition hits.
Big block there. Forced the free ball back. Scotland now. Fraser, high ball. Off the top of the hands. Net touch called, but it doesn't matter. Helps so much to have just such a strong outlet hitter where you can trust every single time. What a serve down the line.
And just changing it up there. Northern Ireland have kind of pulled their passing unit a little bit left, and then she serves down the right-hand side.
Yeah,
Just
great
changing
awareness.
things up, keeping the passing unit on their toes.
This time into area 6. Another scrambling play for Northern Ireland. And that one goes just out. Head slowly maybe starting to drop, but the bench really trying to cheer their team on. They fought so hard to get that first set. It'd be just such a shame to let all that slide away right now. And well, sure if that was going or out. Another one. Almost an identical replica. Alexis Cruzy finding a new, I wouldn't call it a weapon because I don't think you can recreate that often, but.
How many serves is this for Rachel Morrison now? 8, maybe? Maybe more?
Probably, yeah.
It's a good pass.
Great setup on the block. Tried to go line, but always difficult when you're a right-handed opposite, hitting from the right side. That forces the second timeout for Northern Ireland. It's a huge mountain to climb with no more timeouts left for this game.
Northern Ireland just got to get out of this rotation here. They're just a little bit stuck. Hopefully getting out of this rotation will give them a little bit of momentum and allow them to pull a little bit back into this game. Can Rachel Morrison will keep the pressure.
Pass.
Good serve. All right. A little bit tight.
Right. Balls on court.
And the referee looks that he is just having a conversation with Emma Waldy, saying that the ball hadn't crossed the plane of the net, therefore that Alexis would have done an invasion.
I think the hand signal that I saw last from the referee was an illegal block, but I'm not sure when that would have occurred.
Okay, so how can Northern Ireland capitalise on this?
Lots of confusion. Start with a couple serves in a row.
It's a good pass.
Bit tight, one-handed though. He somehow dug up.
Another good dig.
There you go, Fraser, fast tempo. Gets the kill from the right side. And after that confusion, we reset to 14-2. Not exactly sure what was called on there.
Ellen Ranklin back in on the front court now. It's a big block. Unfortunate there from Holly Scott. Looking to apply that pressure on the outside her again, but just playing it into the net. Football.
Yeah, clear football there. It's looking more and more bleak for Northern Ireland. (15-3), a huge mountain to climb. And an ace is going to help Scotland in every possible way. 16-3. Jonah Fraser, one of the toughest servers so far.
Yeah, and it's just a serve and pass battle like we talked about at the start. Big swing.
Down the line. Checking if she's okay, but Alexis Cruzy, the block really shaded towards that cross. She's been hitting that basically from the start in the middle of the game, but now she sees that opening and takes advantage of it.
Another
Great
defensive touch.
Oh, dump! We saw that in the first set, and it came back to haunt Northern Ireland.
Olivia Cuthbert coming on here now. Can she bring a little bit of stability to the passing unit and allow Northern Ireland to get back into this game?
Here we go, Grace Allen, much better pass. On the pipe, miss hit to the net, and Scotland.
From the corner, be introduced to the game straight away like that.
Yeah. Scotland really taking control right now. Big serve. Easy communication in transition, runs the pipe. Trying to go deep into the corner, but just out. That sets up point number 20 for Scotland. If you had to pick one player that you think has been the MVP for Scotland today, who would you pick if you had one?
Well, that's a lot of pressure, Dennis.
They'll probably be listening to this.
Get me to the end of the game.
It's a team sport. It's a team sport. Ooh, bit of miscommunication there. Glad nobody got injured, to be honest. Last thing you want in this type of game is somebody to land on someone's foot and be injured.
You know, big swing.
Big swing combination. Coming in at different times, you know. Almost each Scottish player probably had a big
Serve.
Be quick, well run.
Big swing from the middle. You agree?
There you go. Out of system again. Picks up.
Wow. Battle of the Serves. Battle of the Serves.
Battle of the setters, but I'm sorry to spoil the party. I think that was a backcourt violation. I think the libero set overhand while she was in front of the 3-meter line, and therefore setter shouldn't have been able to attack.
Well
Very rare
spotted,
one.
Dennis.
Well,
Well
very rare
spotted.
one to see. It's kind of what I always look for when refereeing. You want to make one obscure call.
And Scotland out of rotation.
Two unconventional points, shall we say. Two different type of violations which
Points
don't
a point,
see.
Dennis.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to bounce.
Yep, I mean, Northern Irish girls need to take every bit of momentum they can, whether it's for this game or for tomorrow's game. Well, Scotland another chance. Rachel
Big
Morrison
swing,
over the
big swing.
block.
Ellen Ranklin here to serve.
Yeah, the other middle today. Tough serve,
Good
flat.
serve.
Every Scottish player is just serving
Free
to an
ball.
absolute level. Difficult one.
Timeout for Coach Danny here. He's probably just trying to bring a little bit of stability back into his team. There's a few awkward points there with the rotation fault and
True, yeah.
the foot fault. So
Yeah.
just
It almost goes to show the type of culture they have in Scotland, to be honest. To me, this shows that the coach has high standards. He doesn't care what the score is. You could be leading by 20 or 2 points. The standards need to be the same. And after, maybe 2 or 3 mental errors, he calls a timeout immediately and sets the standards straight.
yeah, it's not just about the scoreline in this game. It's about longevity for the rest of the tournament. He's
Yep.
got to keep things consistent. He'll do that if they're tight against another team. So he's got to keep it the same.
Absolutely. Here we go, dump again. Almost picked up and read by McBurney. Both players reading the play, but getting into each other's way. 2 away from getting their first match, Scotland. And who else would you have but Waldy right now?
A good pass, and that's what we talked about. Just high to the middle of the court.
High to the middle of the court and high off the hands and out.
Just allows that serve. Push the ball out there, and then hit off the hands. Point, Northern Ireland. Simple as that.
There we go. And they get rewarded. They get rewarded for that incredible dig. I don't even think Jenna Stewart saw that coming. Excuse me, Jenna Clark. And that service
Unfortunate
error.
serve there.
Yeah. Service error sets up the match points.
Rachel Morrison to serve.
Probably
Can she
the
get an
last
ace,
one.
Dennis? What do you think?
Well, judging by what you've been cursing these players, I will leave
no.
that at no comment. Great serve. Almost gets an
Free ball.
ace.
What happens here?
Short
Serve.
inside. Short inside set ends the game for Scotland, 25-10. That,
That was a really good game, Dennis. Fantastic game.
yeah,
Scotland
absolutely.
playing really well. Northern Ireland, managing to win that third set there, really pulling together as a team. Hopefully they can carry on with that in the games to come, and hopefully Scotland can keep that momentum and sort of tear through the
Yeah.
rest of the opposition.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, maybe a bit of a shock for Scotland to drop that set in the third, but they managed to respond probably as strong as you can, winning that last set 25-10. Northern Ireland go home with 1 set won, which they seemed incredibly happy about, but let's see how they can bounce back tomorrow.
Tremendous fun I've had, Dennis. It's been a privilege commentating.
Thank you.
I don't know if anyone will ever ask me to do it again. And look,
I mean-
all the girls there are now excited to go and have their curry for their tea with naan bread. So, regardless of a loss, they've got that to look forward to.
Yeah, I imagine. I mean, if anything, this is probably your audition for the Scottish Cup Finals. If that ever
It
happens.
could be. No, I'll be playing in that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm sure you will. But it's been a privilege, Johnny.
Yeah,
and,
Dennis, it's been good fun.
yeah.
See you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be cheering you on. Stay tuned for a short interview with the nominated MVP by Johnny. Holly Scott, the middle, will be joining us shortly. Hello, I'm here joined by Holly Scott, the middle for Scotland just now. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts on the game, and what do you think you can bring to tomorrow's games?
Well, it was good, and then on the third set it kind of dipped a little bit, but
Yeah.
we brought it back in the fourth set, and pretty well, I'd say. The score was pretty good, and I feel like we can carry that energy into the next games.
Yeah,
hopefully.
definitely. I mean, one thing I saw myself was your team's service pressure is really strong. When you guys got those serves consistent and consistently pressuring them,
Yeah.
you know, is that something you guys talk about a lot, that serve and pass game?
Yeah, it's a big part of the game. We have to serve to play, so
Yeah.
we think like if we can ace as much as we can, then and just get in the game. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's the
Like-
shortest way to earn a point, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, understandable. I mean, yourself, you're one of the youngest players probably in this competition and on the team. How is that kind of mix of youth and experience in the team for you guys?
Well, it's very good because I feel like we can learn a lot from more experience, and it helps us when we go back to our clubs as well. And I feel like they really are very encouraging and help the younger ones who are less experienced more like calm and
Yeah.
enjoy the game.
Yeah,
and do well.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, final thing was just, there were a lot of Scottish fans in the YouTube live stream chat. Anything you want to say back home and say to the fans?
Thank you very much for watching and supporting, and it's always very appreciated. And yeah, thanks.
Yeah, all right. Thank you guys. And that will be it for the Five Nations this evening. And join us tomorrow morning for more action here at National Volleyball Centre, Kettering. Thank you.
So.